Hello everyone. So today I just want to say, before I start the actual video, there's a couple things I want to mention. So let's get started talking about them. The first thing I want to talk about is that the reason why I figured I'd make this video is because I thought it'd be fun. And the second reason I decided to make this video is I made 4 of these videos before. Holiday collections is what I should say, since pretty much, like I said, I made 4 of these holiday collections, since that's what I like to call them, and pretty much, So let me give you a quick recap of the order how I made them, of these holiday collections. So the order that I made them in is, I made one for my birthday last year, I made one for Christmas last year, I made one for Easter this year, and I made one for my birthday this year. And since this is obviously the 5th holiday collection I'm doing, and if you can tell by the title, I'm doing my Christmas collection for this year. So I decided to do one every year for those 3 holidays from now on, since I figured that would be pretty fun to do. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it would give you an opportunity to see all the characters I got for Christmas and well for each holiday. But for now, since it's Christmas, you'll obviously be get to seeing all the characters I got for Christmas this year. So pretty much, yeah. So like I said, I thought it would be fun to do. Once again, I figured it would be fun to show you guys all the characters I got for Christmas, and of course, when Easter comes, when that time comes for next year, you'll of course be seeing another Easter collection. And for my birthday for next year and for next Christmas, you'll obviously be seeing another collection for those ones. But I figured that since Christmas was a couple days ago, I figured it's time for another collection. So put out, yeah. So once again, I thought that'd be fun to do another Christmas one. Now speaking of which, there's another thing I want to talk about, and that is the items I'll be showing in this collection video are only Thomas related items I got. Any non-Thomas item that I got, I won't be showing, since that's the only thing I like to show in these holiday collection videos is only the Thomas items that I got. So any non-Thomas item that I got for each holiday, I don't show, just specifically the Thomas items. So for now, yeah. Now keep in mind, I do plan to do an actual collection video for each of the items that are in this video. Mainly my Trackmaster collection, which I had that planned for a long time, and I still do. But since I always get a lot of Trackmasters, it's kind of hard to do that. And since I have a lot of customs planned, that's another reason that's been pushed off. But I do plan to get to that at some point. So open our chat. And another thing I should mention is that I plan to do an updated push along collection at some point, since that's a little hint and that's a little spoiler for some of the things that you'll see in this video is Trackmasters and Trackmaster push alongs. Also, another thing I should mention is that I plan to do a Playroll collection at some point, since that's another hint for some of the items I got. So Pinocchio. So each of those I plan to do at some point. I feel like the easiest one out of the 3 I just mentioned would be the Playroll one, since I know where all my Playrolls are. Unfortunately, at this time, I don't know where a majority of my push alongs are. Well, actually, I do, but it would take me a while to get them out. So that's why that one will be put on hold for a while. Also, I plan to do another All Engines Go collection at some point, but not yet. So out of the 3 of them, or technically the 4 of them now, my Playroll one will be the easiest one to make. So who knows? Maybe you'll be seeing that in the near future. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah. The final 3 things I want to mention in this video is that first thing is that I'm sorry if I'm talking for so long and that we haven't got to the actual collection point of this video, but that's pretty much the first thing. Second thing I want to mention is that, like each time I do these holiday collection videos, I'll have them split into categories. For example, and the order you'll see is I'll start with Playroll, like you'll see, and then so on. So pretty much, yeah. And I'll say this for the final time, is that I'll only be showing the items that I got for Christmas, nothing else. So Pinocchio, and I'll specifically be only showing Thomas items. I figured I mentioned that. So Pinocchio. So any Thomas item I got for Christmas, that's the only items that will be in this video. So yeah, so Pinocchio. Last but not least, the final things I want to mention before I finally show you the items is that first thing is, I'm sorry if I accidentally got my words mixed up. And second thing is, I'm sorry if I accidentally said something bad by mistake. And pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much all I'll say. So anyways, yeah. Now, without further ado, Let me finally show you the items I got, shall we? So starting off, here we have the Tomy Playroll items I got for Christmas, and pretty much, yeah. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So first up here we have is Thomas, Streamline Thomas, Talking Gordon, Talking James, Caitlin, and last but not least, another Caitlin. So now, that's pretty much all the Playroll items I got for Christmas, and now, let's move on, shall we? Moving on, next up here we have are the old Trackmaster items I got. Now also one thing I should mention about these old Trackmaster items is that these are knockoff Thomas items, but I figured I'd show them anyways, since I got them for Christmas. So let's get started, shall we? So first up here we have Toby, Charlie, Whiff, Steven, Dennis, Scarloey, Reneus, Sir Handel, Peter Sam, Freddy, and last but not least, Victor. So yeah, so that's pretty much all the old Trackmaster items I got. And now let's move on, shall we? So moving on, here are the new Trackmaster items I got. And more specifically, these are all Engines Go items. So let's get started, shall we? So first up here we have is Secret Agent Thomas, Party Train Percy, Whiff, another Whiff, Ashima, Hero, and last but not least, Kenji. Next up here we have all the Trackmaster push-alongs I got. Now more specifically, these items are technically motorized push-alongs. Well, that's like $10 but pretty much, yeah, I just figured I'd mention that. So let's get started, shall we? So first up here we have is Blooming Rosie, and last but not least, Salty. These are the only two Trackmaster push-alongs that I got. So pretty much, yeah, let's move on, shall we? Next up here we have are the All Engines Go push-alongs that I got. Now, these ones are technically Trackmaster push-alongs too, but I figured I'd mention that. So anyways, yeah, let's get started, shall we? So first up here we have is Edward. Let me show you his face. Alright, there we go. So like I said, that's Edward. Then we have Toby, Hero, Rainbow Diesel, Sandy, and last but not least, Crystal Cave Sandy, or Adventurer Sandy. That's what I meant to say. So, yeah, so pretty much, yeah. So let's move on, shall we? Moving on, here is the rolling stock that I got. And starting off here, we have the Tomy Playroll rolling stock that I got. So first up here, we have the trucks. So we have a red truck and a blue truck. By the way, these two trucks, this truck came with Gordon, and this truck came with James. Anyways, moving on. Next up here we have the coaches. So first up here we have is Annie, Clarabelle, Blue Annie, Blue Clarabelle, Kaylin's coach, and last but not least, the other Kaylin's coach. So pretty much, yeah. And before we move on, one thing I should mention is that Annie and Clarabelle, of course, they came with Thomas. Blue Annie and Clarabelle came with Streamline Thomas, and Kaylin's coach and the other Kaylin's coach obviously came with Kaylin. So pretty much, yeah, let's move on, shall we? Moving on, here are the old Trackmaster cars that I got. And keep in mind, these are technically knockoff cars, but I figured I'd mention that. So first up here we have is a green truck, blue truck, a dark blue truck, and last but not least, a Blue Mountain Quarry truck. Also, by the way, one thing I should mention is that this truck came with Victor, this truck came with Freddy, this truck came with Dennis, and last but not least, this truck came with Whiff. So anyways, moving on, shall we? Last but not least, for rolling stock, here's the All Engines Go rolling stock, or more specifically, new Trackmaster rolling stock. But once again, it's specifically All Engines Go. But anyways, moving on, shall we? So first up here we have the trucks. So first up here we have the green truck, another green truck, a gray truck, and now here we have the flatbeds. So first up here we have a duck flatbed, a flatbed with a tarp thing, you could say, and a pipe flatbed. Next up here we have is a drum car, which when you move the car, it beats the drum. And last but not least, here we have a box car, which more specifically, you could have this car either be a coach or a mail car, and pretty much, yeah. Now before we move on, let me tell you what each car came with. So first off, this green truck came with Whiff. This green truck came with, the other Whiff. This truck came with Kenji. These two cars came with Secret Agent Thomas. This car came with Ashima. And last but not least, these two cars came with Party Train Percy. Anyways, yeah, moving on, shall we? Last but not least, the final item that I got for Christmas that's Thomas related is this track bucket. Now, one thing I should mention is that I already have this track bucket, but I don't mind having another one since, it gives me more track to use, and pretty much, yeah. So I figured I'd mention that, so I'm back now, and I figured that last but not least, to end off this video, I did this in the other 4 holiday collections that I did, where I basically split them into categories. Well, different types of categories, I should say, and that is, I figured I would mention each place where I got them from, and what characters I got from each place. So pretty much, yeah, let's get started, shall we? So starting off here, the characters I got from Walmart for Christmas, and here the order how I got them in, which, by the way, I put them in order for when I got them, when I got each character. So pretty much, yeah. So first up here we have is Secret Agent Thomas, as well as his cars, Powertrain Percy, Whiff, and also their cars, I should say. And then here are the push-alongs I got, them being Edward, Toby, Hero, Sandy, and Adventurer Sandy. So pretty much that's all the characters I got from Walmart. So let's move on, shall we? Moving on, next up here we have the characters I got from Amazon for Christmas. So let's get started, shall we? So first up here we have Thomas, Gordon, James, Whiff, and also their cars as well. So yeah, so there you go. And then there's Annie and Clarabelle. And the next up here we have is Scarloey, Rosie, Diesel. Well, more specifically, this is Blooming Rosie, and this is Rainbow Diesel. Streamline Thomas, Kaylin, and also their cars. And once again, there's Blue and Clarabelle. Then next up here we have is Sir Handel, Charlie, Steven, Dennis, and also his car. And then here we have is, hang on, let me fix my camera. So yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, like I was saying, then next up here we have is Toby, Reneas, Peter, Sam, Freddy, Victor, and also their cars. And hold on, give me a second. Alright, sorry about that. I had to fix my angle. But anyways, once again, here's the other Caitlin and her car. And last but not least, Salty. By the way, I'm sorry if you can't see their faces, but I'll show you their faces one more time. So yeah, so there you go. So anyways, moving on. Next up here we have the characters I got from Target for Christmas. So that being the other Whiff, Ashima, Hero, and Kenji. And also there's Whiff, Ashima, and Kenji's car. So pretty much, yeah, moving on. Last but not least, here's the builder bucket again, and this is the only item that I got from a place where I forgot which place I got this from. And more specifically, my aunt got this for me. My aunt got this for me for Christmas, and I don't know what place she got this from, but pretty much, yeah. So that's why this is like the only thing that I don't know what place I got it from. But pretty much, yeah, I forget to mention that. So yeah. And so yeah, with that, that's pretty much been my Christmas collection for this year. And once again, just a recap, that's pretty much all the characters I got for Christmas for this year. And I'll show you them all one more time. So once again, pretty much, yeah. So yeah, so there you go. Once again, pretty much, yeah. And let me show you these guys over here. So once again, there you go. So that's pretty much been my Christmas collection for this year. And yeah, hope you guys are ready to see these guys in videos. Now more specifically, I don't know if you'll be seeing them in videos anytime soon, since that's the reason why I got a majority of these characters is for customs, and pretty much, yeah. So I figured I'd mention that. So yeah, so I'll say it one more time before in this video, is that 2 things I want to mention. First thing is, I'm sorry if I accidentally got my words mixed up, and second thing is, I'm sorry if I accidentally said something bad by mistake. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. So anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and bye everyone, bye.